predictive read for the 24th of July 2020. Messages, Spirit, please. What do we need to know? Okay. So now in the future, we have temperance. Patience is needed. You are being put to the test. Your faith will be tested. It's about learning and faith. So something you learn will test your faith. Sagittarius energy rules the hips and thighs, so any issues there will be healed. You've been put through the blacksmith's forge like a piece of steel and battered until you come out a beautiful sword. There has been disappointment in this situation, but please don't look back. You played your part in this, however small. You're not to blame, but you did play your part in this. Now is the time not to cry over spilt milk. It's time to go forward into a new situation. There is unhappiness within the home. It was not built on firm foundations. There will be no celebration. And in the home life, those born on the 14th, living or past date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. In the home life, someone is in denial about something that has to crumble. There may be minor accidents, arguments within the home, but this is part of a bigger thing. Those born on the 16th, living or past date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. There is unconditional love for or from a water sign female, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Wishes and dreams cannot come true because somebody refuses to open a Pandora's box or a can of worms. With this opening will come chaos, but also hope and healing. But someone is avoiding this. Those born on the 17th, living or past date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. Aquarius energy, which rules the ankles and the legs, groups and societies. What your friends see is that you're holding on too tightly to something that no longer serves you, out of greed or because you're in denial or because you fear what comes next. There are those born on the 2nd or the 29th, living or past date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. This is the tarot reader, the psychic, the medium, the carnival people. The number 11 is important to this person. There's your truth, their truth, and somewhere in the middle is the whole truth, and they know it. They warn you to be careful of what goes in your mouth, as in diet and medication, what comes out your mouth, as in words written or spoken. Secrets will come out, and someone is coming out of an unhealthy situation which they will be happily taking themselves off to isolate and heal. So that's what your friends think. You're better off without all the trappings. Work situation, there is a man of great knowledge. It could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, it could be a doctor, a priest or a lawyer. There is someone born 1988 plus or minus 12, February to February, possibly involved there. But this is taking advice, possibly. You need to feel the fear and take a risk. Believe in yourself, walk that rainbow bridge to a better future. It will be a bolt from the blue for some. Those born on the 22nd, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. And there is lack of communication, lack of finance, a child possibly that's causing you problems and costing you money in your career. Somebody in uniform perhaps, negative influence, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. It's a younger energy. Your wishes and dreams, you don't know which way to turn, really. You are in the dark about a lot of things and not sure where to go next. You know there's a decision to be made, but you either are in denial, overthinking things, or trying to protect people. Or just not sure of all the facts. There is illness and bad temper, possibly a mother involved. You need to look up the bear for the animal totem. But this is impatience, karmic situations, problems with the heart and back, either emotional or physical, and lack of self-expression. Those born on the 8th or the 26th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. The next coming event, however, is positive, because something has to end. End of a chapter. The conclusion of something in a satisfactory way. Scorpio, Aries, Capricorn, and the divine masculine are mentioned, the stag. So look up the ram, the eagle, and the stag. This is travel to the object of your desire, be the person, things, or events. Those born on the 21st, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. This has to be settled once and for all. Once you've raised it to the ground, you can begin to build again. Like the phoenix rising from the ashes, you will have something better than you had before. But this matter now has to be settled. There will be an injustice, or you see as an injustice, possibly a sacrifice to be made. Those born on the 11th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. Libra energy, it rules the loins and the marital home. So it will be an unfairness to somebody, an injustice, but that has to happen for this chapter to end. Time to go to the sea. Take yourself off to the beach, to the ocean, and ponder. And number 7. Number 7 is massively important. If you can't get to the sea, take a bubble bath. Relax. And realise that everything happens for a reason. Priestess. The priestess is your teacher, dedicated to service, freedom and leadership. You don't need to have it all together to lead. In fact, it helps if you don't. No one wants a perfect angel who hasn't made any mistakes. Yet let life be your message. Don't underestimate the power of sharing your story. It's by hearing someone else's journey that we feel less alone. We realise that we're actually all in this thing called life together. The difference between a follower and a leader is that the leader has the courage to go first. In stepping out, they shine a light on the path for others to venture forward. Don't fret too much about trying to work out who's in your tribe, and don't get stuck in age, income, hobbies or occupation. The best way to discover your tribe is to look in the mirror. If you feel called to lead, chances are it's because some point in your life you longed for someone to lead you. Your tribe are longing for exactly the same thing as you were and are, and might only be a step behind you. Hell, they may even be right alongside you. You don't need anyone's permission, just the courage to stand up, embrace your struggles, the peaks, the troughs. You don't need to know the way, just believe that there might be a different one. Your tribe is waiting for you. Step forward so they can find you. How are you being called to step up and lead? And how can you be the leader you wished you had?